there may be a few of you that I don't know. I'm Ken Novack, and I was invited by Wube and Ben to kick this off by saying a few words. I'm happy to be here as a supporter and a friend of Wube. We're all here as friends of Wube, or FOWs. For me, it's a great opportunity to support Wube and what he's doing, and I just want to spend a couple minutes to put it in the context of what we as a firm are about. Mintz-Levin has, as you all know, a very deep commitment to social justice, to helping those who need help, and to giving back. A lot of our work has been focused in the area of domestic violence, but it is an opportunity for us to support anybody in our firm who has the drive and the heart to do something that reflects these core values of the firm. And I say core because while many firms do these things, I sincerely believe, and it means a great deal to me, that this really is an important part of the fabric of our firm. And we are all beneficiaries of that. When we do things like Wube is doing, the people who directly get the value of what he's doing certainly benefit. But I believe that as much as them, we also benefit in terms of the way it makes us feel about ourselves and each other and the firm. Those of us who interact with Wube here in the firm understand that his care is not directed only to people outside the firm. He's a great asset to us, and I think of Wube as a terrific citizen of the firm, certainly a committed citizen of his homeland and really of the world. And it's also, I think, appropriate that Ben is here and will play an important role in today's presentation because he also epitomizes, I think, what makes this a special place, being an excellent lawyer, but also a terrific human being and somebody who makes these values an important part of the way he looks at the world. So I'm delighted to be here. All of us who are here are proud of you, Wube, and I'm looking forward to the presentation.
Yeah, thank you, Fred. I'll take it from here. Just a little background. First of all, thanks everybody for coming, and there were a number of others who had conflicts that come up, but have in many ways expressed their support, and they're behind what we're doing. I think there are many more out there, so feel free to spread the word. Thank you for coming, and we can all work on this together because I think we can accomplish a lot for this great organization. I was traveling in March to Ethiopia with another nonprofit I'm involved with called Self-Help Africa, and I mentioned it to Wube. Wube said, "Hey, that's incredible. I'm going to be in Addis at the same time. Let's get together." And so dialing forward, we were able to do that. I was really excited and frankly very honored to be able to connect with him and to see firsthand the incredible impact that the work that he and itismy.org has been doing in his native country and his native city of Addis Ababa. A word about Addis. It is a wonderful city. It probably is, from my own experience, the most impoverished city I've ever experienced. But being there really for only a couple of days and having a large chunk of that time, an afternoon with Wube, visiting his high school, going through the gates, meeting administrators and teachers, and even a few students who came in on a Sunday, I think essentially to greet me and to welcome me. I came away with a sense of optimism, of hope. I felt it there, of positive energy that I just couldn't help but think was a very, very positive sign for this current and future generation, both in Addis and more broadly in Ethiopia. While I think there are a lot of great things happening at Wube's high school, which is where I visited, Addis Katima, I can't imagine there's anything more productive and impactful than the work that Wubei's been doing with Itismy.org, providing access to information technology, computers, and probably singly most significant, the internet. And it's incredible to have been there to see that. I mean, 6,000 miles away from one financial center, I was able to see monitors, for example, that I just recognized as monitors that we had been using some years ago. And I mean, I was just telling Chip, it's, you know, being treated and appreciated like the king's gold there because of the access that it's given the students and the teachers to you know, educational opportunities and just opportunities to explore the world. It was amazing. I hope you'll all have an opportunity, or some of you will have an opportunity to visit Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. It's a wonderful country. And then if you do so, connect with Wubei. Even if he's not there, you'll be welcomed very well by all his friends there. We've got a PowerPoint that Wubei put together. And so if, you know, in the meantime, before you get to visit yourself, maybe we can bring you there a little bit and see some pictures and talk a little bit about it. I'm going to move through this relatively quickly. Feel free to interject with questions, thoughts, ideas that you have about the enterprise and things that we can continue to do. But just for those of you who don't know, and I think many of you, all of you friends of Wubei do know this, Itismy.org is a charity organization, a 501c3 that donates computers and information technology to schools in Africa, and actually most recently to a church, so to beneficiaries in Africa. We're very proud of the work that Wubei's done. I'm working with this technology here.
Yeah, it's a good thing you have.
What do I do? Swipe? No, it's giving me that little thing that my phone does too. Do we have to reboot?
No.
You see the little?
Yeah, I think iPad's over there, so.
Can I hit the button on the iPad?
No, I'll do it. Hold on.
Don't touch the button.
Well, I can speak from up there.
When in doubt, turn it on and off.
Isn't it great that this is Wubei's organization? He's the person we all call. Wubei, my computer doesn't work.
You have a backup, you know.
All right. Yeah, let's turn the lights up. I'm going to go up there, though. Will that work?
Yeah.
All right.
This is gonna make it quick.
Have faith.
Yeah.
All right. So the organization was founded, I think, in 2009, was incorporated through the pro bono work of Mintz Levin, and received its 501c3 status in 2010. But here are some pictures. You know, it speaks for itself. Wubei was able to raise approximately $2,000 in that first year, and was able to get a huge amount of impact with that money. And actually, I'm going to have Wubei talk a little bit about it. What you see here are a number of monitors, and all of these monitors will work off of one computer, one computer unit. Using a Linux-based software, and that's all I know. So
I'm going to show you right there. I
Yep.
set it up. That's the same thing. So actually, I used your computer. She donated to me like last month. So I connected with four people, 6. I can connect to that one. The same thing. But the first one, that one, I got the computer. Not only the computer, the whole thing from London. We didn't have it here. Just the computer with the software. Now Microsoft is offering. Linux is like Ubuntu is offering. So we have plenty of opportunity right now, and they're also cheaper.
yeah. All right, I got the low battery signal. Let's see if we can get through this. And the other thing I meant to say is, I think on behalf of Wubei, thank you to all of you. Thank you to Mintz Levin, because Mintz Levin has donated a great amount of in-kind technology to Wubei's organization, which of course is to the benefit of the recipients in Ethiopia, now in Ghana. We'll talk a little bit about that, but also the pro bono work in incorporating and getting the tax status here. So that was a big boost for the organization in 2010. 2010, that year, the year after he founded the organization, or at least started raising money for the cause, Wubei raised $3,000 And here you see, this is at Addis Katima, right, Wube?
Yes.
And this is a room that I saw, which is not yet loaded with computers, but there are certainly a number of computers there, and each one of them has 3 or 4 monitors set up, allowing access, I think, to upwards of 25 students now, Wube. Is that right?
Yes.
At the same time.
Yeah. There you are.
So here's the growth in 2011.
We added
really,
more computers to it.
Really exponential growth. And as I mentioned in the email, when I visited, I was very impressed with the growth and the access the students were getting. But I could not help but walk out. I walked down a hallway with the head of the school, which was a faculty building, and all of the offices, the math office, the history office, the French office, and he pointed, and there were only 2 of the offices where the heads of the departments had laptop computers donated by itismy.org. And I remember, I think I even said to him, I made a commitment right there. I said, when I get back to Boston, we're going to be able to put a laptop in every one of these departments. And so that, I think, is a very realistic goal. So Wube expanded from the 3 or 4 monitor approach with 1 computer, all sorts of other information technology. I think Wube, largely through the financial contributions people have made, you've been able to buy iPads and
everything you see here donated by the firm here, and then iPhone, BlackBerry, and the handheld devices. So this is what usually I donate BlackBerry for teachers who doesn't have anything there. But the other iPhone I donated, we're going to see in the next one, for students who score high grades among the school, like incentive, to give them incentive so they can do better. So yeah. So that laptop you see is all from the firm on the table. So we donate all those like in the same year.
Now, Wube, when you say the firm, do you mean Mintz-Levin or individuals or combination of individuals in the firm giving?
Mintz-Levin, the firm.
Yep.
Before they returned the laptop, they donated that to me.
Right. Everybody recognizes that room?
Yeah, that's a 38B. So now you can see the students are actually using. Over here, it's not only 1 school. There are 3 schools here. The first one is my elementary school, which is not high school actually. The second one is also a high school. There are 3 schools here. And this one, Ben, you know that one, the one on the left. That's the high school you want to. Yeah. But right here, you have 3 schools. They received our donation. So.
When we went into that room on the bottom right, there were 2 or 3 students there, young men. Maybe they were juniors. They weren't graduating this year, but they were great, and we had a nice conversation. One of the questions I asked them is, now, do you only use the computers for your schoolwork? And I remember one of them looked at the other as if to say, like, is there a wrong answer? And I said something like, don't worry, I have teenagers. And I appreciate this. And they looked and they smiled and they said, no, we surf the internet too. But I think everybody in this room can understand how meaningful that is too. And just from an educational standpoint, for kids maybe from a less advantaged background, in a large city, yes, but with less access maybe to the rest of the world, and to have the World Wide Web at your fingertips. I mean, we can easily take that for granted here, but I think for these kids, all power to them for surfing however they surf. They're probably on a lot of the same sites that our kids are on. That's great. So we can't read it, but Wube had just mentioned.
This is what I started. In 2011, I came. You give a laptop for the teachers. You really don't know if the teacher actually using this for students. Kind of, I suspected maybe they're neglected, so I decided the laptop donation has to be done to the students who really need it, because this school is 11 and 12th grade. When you finish this, you go to college, so they need laptops. So I came up with the idea in 2011. Pick 2 students from the school who scored good grade. So I'm gonna make standard donation every year for those students. 1 from the boy, 1 from the girl. So you can see. That's what you see, 1 boy, 1 girl there. And then this year when I went to use Ben, and I didn't have a laptop, so I gave them iPhone donated from here, actually. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the profile of most of the students in school in terms
I'm sorry?
What's the profile? What are these kids? These are all city kids who, is this a private school? Is it?
No, it's actually all of this you see is a government school.
Okay.
Yeah, because government school, they have a very limited budget. They're not really taken care like private school. So I look for government school who doesn't get this kind of chance. So all the government school. The reason why also government school, they don't pay 5 cents laptop. They don't pay tax for it because they have this privilege. You can just go and pick up without paying tax. Yeah.
I asked the head of school, I said, how many of the students that are here, I think I asked him 2 questions, will graduate from the school? And he looked at me and said, all of them. And then I asked how many would go on to college, and he said most of them will go on to college. So this is clearly an outstanding school.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Just the seriousness of like, what question. Anyways, it says students greeting Ben. There were only 2 there, so that's a little bit fudged. But that would have been great if I had several hundred students saluting me.
So the donation is not only computer, like I told you, it's not handheld devices. They don't even have a camera. So that's my Canon camera last time. Nikon camera I gave them. It's expensive here. But for them, they don't have anything. You see them, they need it. And also they have take video, send it to me, so I just donate that one. Anything they receive, it's not computer, laptop. They don't have anything.
And that camera was following us around the whole time we walked around the school. There were probably 1,000 pictures taken.
I didn't give them iPad.
I felt like a rock star.
You can see there's iPad there. So the first time they never seen iPad or Apple computer. We didn't see it, so.
This is us out in front. I dubbed myself the largest man in Ethiopia long before this, but in a relatively short order, I felt incredibly well received and comfortable with Huawei's friends there, and their gratitude I really can't be described. To Mintz Levin, I mean, this is a famous law firm in the United States in these circles.
They love Ben anyway, by the way. So they told me to put more of his picture on the internet.
Well, you can see I'm there on the left showing them some of my favorite sites, catching up on my so ESPN and the like.
Did they understand lacrosse?
I didn't get there. I didn't get there. That's my next trip. I'm bringing some lacrosse sticks. So, I mean, so many of these pictures are great to see.
So the donation also, like I told you, is a computer, yes, but what kind of computer? It's a Linux, the first one. And if you do the next one, this is a Windows. Means when I say Windows, one computer, you can share it for 3-10 people. I've never been there. 5 years ago, this never existed. But now you see this market come up with, they have this application. So the next one is approach, of course, the kids of the school, this is elementary school, which they have only, I set up for them only 6 students. You can see that a lot of them, they need more computers. And then just to show you what window look like, you can create a different user on one computer. Everybody log on with the username password just using one computer. They have the writers that they can download, they can listen to music or anything. By the way, all these costs, let's say if I set up for 10 students at time, it really costs less than $1,200. This is including monitor in computer desktop stuff. It's also high technology because when I done it, Mr. Novack said, the first I showed him was all computers connected with a keyboard and a mouse. He didn't like the idea, but to give them wireless. So from that day, I started to give them wireless keyboard, wireless mouse. So everything you see there is wireless.
Right. And again, just the last couple of slides showing sort of, Wube's accomplished an incredible amount. He's got a plan for the future. And this is even incomplete because now you've given to another recipient in the Ghana region, Wube.
Yes.
And you can talk more about it, but basically there's at least one or probably multiple users in the or wannabe users of computers in the area, and they've been sort of rejected at every turn in an effort to get a laptop.
Yeah.
And they found Wube. through his website and contacted him and sort of made a grant request.
Yeah, that's the same story 2 years ago from Gambia girls' school. These two people, Americans, they opened school in Gambia, just only girls' school. So which I did send them the same setup computer. And then you see the Deborah Limanos church. I say you might ask why church. Actually, I don't know if you remember. Of course you remember. I lost my mother in 2010, so you gave me money. So I bought for the church, but she is resting now. Yeah. So right now I just received new one, like you said, from Ghana. I got this letter and it helped me, and then kind of when I browsed their website, I came up with this page. One student, what they do is those charity organization, they pick up kids who doesn't have any mother or father, no family from the street. Not only they teach them, they actually have a boarding room for them. But they don't have any technology related thing. And I read about that. I found this Elizabeth, her name is Elizabeth. She actually finished the school there and she went to college. She's studying computer. And she stayed down there and say, I will need one computer, how I can get. So I just send them. As soon as I read on the next day, I send a computer, probably one computer, which is $199 now, it's not expensive. That was a very big deal. And you read the letter, I don't know if you read the letter, he was so thankful. All I did was just send one computer, cost $199. It's a big deal for them. But for us, really, we can spend it on a couple of movie house stuff like that. So that was very, very good. Yeah. So this is one of the school, Ben, he never made this student, but when they dress up a uniform, that's what they look like. You see that library? There's nothing in it. It's really empty. So I'm not kidding to you. They're actually, the teachers lecturing them. But whatever lesson they give, it's a verbal lesson. There's no computer for them to access or to refer what he said in this classroom. So if you say, go to the next one. So Gina?
Yes?
The only computer they have right is your Mac in that library. You can see that. See? That's the Mac he gave me. That's the only thing they have. They're asking me, they're showing me, no, we need more laptop. So there you go.
And they named the school after him.
This is the person I talked to, Ghana. This is the kids, how they pick up kids from the street. And they really, they started a long time ago. They did a great job by helping those kids, homeless kids, no father, either they have father or mother. The very sad story one read about it. So a little thing for us, really, a little thing that you see here, is probably I never use this one. It's sitting in my apartment, most of them. But for them, it's a big thing. It's really a great deal. He's so excited, this person actually. I didn't even send him. I said, I'll send you a computer for 6 users. That's actually for him. He was so excited. They never seen, they never had one. So there you go. That's my story.
Yeah, I think the only close I would give is, I think we all know is we probably can't wire up all of Ethiopia or Ghana or even Addis Ababa, but the work that we've all done to support Wube is having a huge impact. And every little bit that we can do to support them, we'll continue to do so. So thanks everybody for coming. I put some pledge forms if people want to give. I already have a check here, which is awesome. But you can fill that out.
Is there a list of things you want from individuals at the firm? Equipment, or is it, or do you just get equipment from the firm, or do you want donations from individuals as well? And if so, what? Because I have a lot of stuff at home.
The firm actually gave me, like I said, a lot. The monitor, actually the monitor now we're going to replace. I'll take some of them to be donated to me. So when I get that one, it's not donated to me, but it's going to be donated to the firm, the school. As an individual, if you have a laptop that you don't use at home, or you want to get a new one update, I would prefer that one because the desktop is too heavy for me because the shipment costs more. FedEx is really expensive. The post office, you send it cheaper, but they will never receive it for over 2 months. So if it's a laptop, I can wrap it up and use FedEx. It doesn't cost that much. So, whatever, first of all, whatever you think, whatever you give me is important for them. Your desktop, that's your computer. I'm using it now. I'm going to send it to Ghana. Yes.
So I think to some, used equipment, computer equipment that's in good shape, certainly contact Wubei. Financial contributions can be used and are used to purchase new equipment, new laptops, iPads. I mean, there aren't too many used, iPad minis in circulation, but they can certainly be purchased and donated. We've got a form over here.
I'd like to mention one person name I forgot. Mr. Ford Bolderman. He gave me before he was sick, he gave me like 3 iPhones. His wife, his own, his son. He also gave me an iPad. The iPad he saw in the picture, that's probably belonged to him. And then on top of that, he also donated cash. So any Droid phone, BlackBerry, iPhone, that you think you don't need it, even so the screen is broken, you can replace those. For them, it's like a gold. They look like amazing. I took with Ben when I went there. I took 12 BlackBerry donated in the fur. It's really the tax they ask us to pay $1,200 in Ethiopian dollar, not American dollar. Don't panic. Yeah, it's so small money. They don't have that much money, but they want it because they don't have anything. For them, that's a big deal. But if it's for you, for me, we're gonna trash it. So any BlackBerry, iPhone, phone, it's really a big thing.
Wubei, I have a couple of questions. Do you have anybody there that helps with the installation and the maintenance?
Yes.
And is it somebody that works for the school?
Yes. His name is Salomon. He's a teacher. Actually, you met him, Salomon. He's an IT person. He 2-3 years ago, I showed him what I'm doing, the same standard. And all, yeah, so he's the one who's actually go around set up for them.
Can you
like
sorry.
Other countries like Ghana or this place, I don't know, but this person who's back and forth with me, he said he knows. I didn't send him so far computer complicated like this. The one I sent them laptop was I already set it up, login name and stuff like that. I set up everything here. Then I send him instruction. It's really easy once they have it. Yeah.
My other question is, first I was saying to Ben, we should be sure that people in the firm understand how much value you can get out of our used equipment, which for us has little or no value. But I was wondering how scalable your efforts are, and what more could you do with another $10,000 or $20,000?
Oh my God! Yeah. Right. I show you 2,000 with a range of 2,000, 4,000. What we did. It's not only one score. I went to 3 scores. 10,000. I told them when he told them the school, I'm going to fill you. They asked for 30 computers. And I said, no, we're not going to give them 30. I'd rather divide 30 for the other school too. Because I'm looking, that adding for more people gives them what they need and then spread to other schools. And that 10,000, my God, 10,000, let me put it this way. Comfortably, I have like four schools I can have very easily.
So the scale would be adding schools, broadening the geographic impact.
It is really, because they don't have anything. If one school has a couple of them, and I'd rather give it to some of them. You can't fulfill everyone. They have 500 students, 5,000 students in the school. So my setting is a library, kind of library setup. Let the students enjoy, but you cannot give for everyone, there's too many of them. So yeah, I think with 10,000 I can help 5 schools, even 6.
Is it feasible to provide access at night so that students or parents could use the computers at night, or is that not feasible?
Back home?
No, I meant in the school.
Yeah, in the school, I think it's a school, most of the schools are TESOL, they have internet now. They also have a late class. Actually, some students, they work daytime, they go to school nighttime.
Oh.
Yeah.
So do they access the internet wirelessly, or how do they access?
Yes, I did. Every computer that I sent have a wireless now. I send them the Wi-Fi ports. So they access Wi-Fi, they share the Wi-Fi in the area.
And
it's not great. Ben, he's seen it. It's really weak. It's like a DSL. Remember DSL?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they cannot play games or stuff like that unless it's local. They cannot download in YouTube. I mean, they can, but it's not really that good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think now the Chinese government is working on that part. They're doing this thing, go to school and set up a Wi-Fi for them. I mean, like a strong Wi-Fi, not DSL. But for now, they can access email, they can access the basic things. They do have, but it's not as strong. On my computer, yes, all I send them that wireless router and the USB wireless. You can look it up. Yeah, actually, if you have one of the wireless router, you can any monitor you connect, they will get internet. Yeah.
Wube, I have one question. We're all sitting here and all of us are looking at one projection screen. Do they have projection
Actually,
capabilities?
the firm gave me, I don't know, maybe Brownie doesn't know it. the firm gave me four projector. So yes, I donated one school, I gave them one, which they needed, and the other school, the high school, I gave them 3 of them.
Oh, good.
They're so thrilled, they had one, but a lousy projector, I don't know, 20 years something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the firm actually donates so much stuff, really. Monitors, projector. I didn't get a computer, because most of the computer we have is leased, we send it back.
Yeah. Right.
But monitor, unfortunately, is good. For me, it's good, because we don't send that back, so that's always available for me. But anything you see here, it's for you. You gave me, to you, the firm. To me, you are the firm, so just to let you know.
So I've also prepared and brought a pledge sheet. If folks either want you make a contribution, you know where to find Wube. If you want to think about it, you can take this with you, take a look at it, and it's pretty self-explanatory. But one of the things that actually Ken suggested, and it's a good suggestion, and I plan to do this myself, is if you feel inspired by it, you want to make a pledge over multiple years, you can do that here. Again, it's pretty self-explanatory, and give it to Wube, and Wube will remind us, next year on the first anniversary of the first gift, and we can go from there. But unless there are other questions, thanks everybody for coming, and I think on behalf of all of us, Wube, thank you for what you're doing. You make us very proud.
No, really.
Thank you.
Forgot about that too. And that's on the pledge form. If you want to make a contribution online, you can do so through PayPal or major credit cards, and that information is on the pledge sheet. So,
Thank you.